If there is one thing I know about Chris Hemsworth, it's that his morning routine is absolute insanity. However, for the past 3 months, I have been struggling to get out of bed, and by the time I do, my morning is already gone. So if this morning routine doesn't get me out of bed, I might never have a morning again. We're gonna need a god of thunder to get through this morning routine, and you're looking at one. So let's wake up. It is 5 in the morning. The last time I woke up at 5, I don't even know. I never wake up at 5 a.m. Well, after getting out of bed, the first thing that Chris Hemsworth does is drink a big glass of water. I am so thirsty, so let's get hydrated. We got some water. I took some time to look outside and enjoy the beautiful weather. And instead of talking to other people, I just recorded this spider. I was too scared to go outside of my house. I also felt like an absolute freak drinking all this water, almost like a fish out of water. But anyways, the glass of water is now finished. I'm hydrated, and I'm gonna start heading downstairs because we're doing some meditation. So the next thing Chris Hemsworth does in his morning routine is something called breath control meditation. Just between you and me, I had no idea what that meant, so I had to search it up. But apparently it's a breathing technique where you alter your breathing pattern at a certain pace. According to Thor himself, it really helps with stress and focus. And for the cherry on top, Chris Hemsworth doesn't even check his own phone until he does this. I have never done meditation in my entire life, so the chances of me actually doing this properly is little to none. But what I can say is that I have been breathing with this massive nose of mine since the day I was born. We got a yoga mat, we got a timer, so let's do some meditation. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling awake. But bro, I don't even think fish can hold their breath that long. I guess that just shows how much of an absolute unit Chris Hemsworth is. So the next thing Chris Hemsworth does is a cold plunge. It is 6 in the morning. I'm not gonna do a cold plunge. What am I, as they say in Antarctica, Iceman. Here's a transcript of what I just said. Pretty neat. According to Google, they say the average person can last 2 to 5 minutes in an ice bath. Guess how long I lasted? 10 seconds. Guys, if you can last longer than that, you guys are on another level because that was absolutely brutal. Next one. Oh, muscle time. The God of Thunder does 4 sets of 12, 10, 8, and 6 with the weight climbing as the reps fall. So I did that too. That workout was double intense. I mean, just look at my face. I look constipated or something. I look weird. I guess you could say that's why Chris Hemsworth looks so massive and I look like this. But anyways, it's time for my favorite meal today, breakfast. Let's go. For breakfast, Chris eats eggs, oats, yogurt, and something he calls the power shake. I made the shake last night because I knew I would make too much noise in the morning. I didn't even know if this shake would be tasty. I mean, look at it. It's green and scary. You know what else is green and scary? That's right, Shrek. Tasting this shake could be instant regret, but I gave the shake a try, and yeah, the shake was double tasty. I would have to give the power shake a healthy 8 out of 10. Here are the ingredients: coconut water, some leafy greens, half a banana, a fourth of an avocado, 1 green apple, half a lime, and some protein powder. I used this time to check on my phone and catch up with current events. Very interesting stuff going on. Okay, next thing. Yeah, my family is still asleep and I don't want to wake them up. I guess I'll just text my friends and family and see what they think of Chris Hemsworth. First up, my mom. Mom, what are your thoughts on this man? Love you, heart. My brother from another mother, Yoku. You know what I love more than my mom? Chris Hemsworth. JK, love you, mom. Heart emoji. My sister from another mister, Maya. Annyeonghaseyo. Who do you think is cooler, me or Chris Hemsworth? Cool, so while I wait for the responses, the only thing left to do is to go on a hike. Let's get it. Who am I here with today?
Edwin.
Let's go. It's currently 7 a.m. We're at the woods. We're on top of a massive tower. And by the looks of it, I have received 1 response back. It was from my boy Yoku. He took a screenshot of my text out of context and he's gonna send it to my mom. I'm sorry, is this even legal? Am I going to jail? I'm sorry, mom. Heart emoji. I guess this means 1 person in my life now knows I'm obsessed with Chris Hemsworth. At least Chris Hemsworth isn't one of them. You know, Chris Hemsworth's morning routine has actually been very eye-opening for me. It's just shown me how much I can do in the first few hours of my day. And I say that because my morning routine is almost the complete opposite of this. I think my normal morning routine is quite common. I wake up and the first thing my mind points to is my phone. And when getting out of bed becomes the first 30 minutes of my morning, everything else just falls apart. And by the time I'm all freshened up and had breakfast, my family's already out the door. And I'm all alone. But as the days have passed, I'm glad to say that I have been following through with my morning routine, that I have been waking up on time, eating healthy, exercising, hydrating, and most importantly, seeing my family again. Thanks for watching. YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Love you all. Bye.